things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. NC State with the kickoff team on the field and just about ready to start. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. The give to the back. And that's the way they'll start, and they hope it gets better. No gain.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing right now. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Lewis to throw. That's caught. It's Phillips. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. From the gun, running back on the move. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
The play action fake. Fires to the middle. Pulls it in. It's Kendricks. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
Makes the grab. It's Kendricks. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
After that last completion, it's second down. To the air, it's Vaughn. Finds his tight end. And they bring him down quickly, but a good game there.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
NC State comes to the line to deal with third and short. Grab behind the line. It's Kendricks. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wideout. Caught behind the line. It's Harris. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
The give on the option. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll do it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He's brought down at the 11-yard line, and now is this 4-down territory, or will they take the chip shot field goal? Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Snags a quick pass on the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Caught in the backfield. It's Pratt. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the pack on 3rd down. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
And the Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. Lewis wants to pass. Fires it incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Back to pass on 2nd down. He lobs one high down the left side. And he makes the grab at the 20. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
The Yellow Jackets have this offense rolling. On the option. Now the pitch. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Some QBs see it right off the jump, believe what they see, and they go in and they go for it regardless. And I think right there, he knew where he wanted to go with the football, and he missed, but it looked like to me he was forcing it a little bit too much.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on third down. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Third and long situation. They tried to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
Absolute shank. Missed it. So the score remains 3-0.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27. We've reached the break. It's NC State on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Quarterback may change this route. Try to get it to the edge. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
NC State has work to do to convert this third down. To the air, it's Vaughn. Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. And they'll just down it right there.
This punter is such a weapon. And because he's able to get that ball down deep in his opponent's territory, that really helps out the defense. You're now forcing the opponent to drive the field to score points.
The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. The run to the right.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quarterback adapted. Took care of it himself. Oh, he's got some space. They were backed up and now more than out of trouble at the midfield stripe.
That is why you have to contain this guy. If you let him get out, he is an explosive play waiting to happen. And after that big gainer, I'd like to see how this defensive coordinator is going to try to get after him as the game goes on, because a play like that can make you rethink your entire game plan.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Trying to escape and get it himself.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off and get what I can get.
And the Yellow Jackets with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Lewis to throw. Got his man. Worked his way to the 38 before they stopped him. It's a 5-yard gain, and that'll be a first down. The Yellow Jackets are rolling down the field. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down for this offense. From the gun, he'll try to throw. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf. Now on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. And the timing just a hair off.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Yellow Jackets will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
He's got it on the right. There he goes. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
They're setting up the screen, and he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on 2nd down. To throw, it's Vaughn. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Safe completion on the screen. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. They'll run play action. Fires to the tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now, and if they keep this up, this could get ugly by the fourth quarter.
The Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. Unloads quickly. Breaks into the open. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Wolfpack will get the 1st down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the bootleg, lost the toss. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
And that's a long way to throw the football. When you throw that comeback, it's all the way out wide. Nice job by the corner seeing it. The receiver looks like he's running a vertical route, but then sets it down. He stays right there with him, breaks on the football, and swats it down.
They'll run it from the gun. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
NC State will line up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Wolfpack. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
He'll bring it out. It's Landry. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Lewis wants to pass. Pocket breaking down.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, knowing the play is over.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. He's going to throw it from his own end zone. Got it set up on the outside. Turning it on. Bounced off his feet. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
They'll start this drive at their own 48. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. Back to pass, it's Vaughn. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. Give to the back. Gets it past the marker. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around, Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this game and have a lead.
Yeah, the unranked team, they've been playing with more intensity in this one. I think if you're a leader right now on the ranked squad, you've got to be talking to your guys and waking everybody up. This coaching staff is going to have to make some halftime adjustments, but they're going to have to give an earful to their guys to come out here in the second half and start making some plays.
First and goal now as NC State tries to find a way to score. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Pushes toward the goal line. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. Right down the boulevard. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Coming out with it, it's Landry. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Lewis to throw. Got him downfield. Oh, he's got some space. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Yellow Jackets will kick it off to start the second half. And he's not going to take the touchback. He's got great speed. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, heading to the field. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Yeah, this offense is going to try to run the ball and do it in a variety of ways. You'll see zone reads. You'll just see straight downhill running. We'll get the toss play going as well to try to keep this defense on their heels.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. On the move. Got enough for the first. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Gets it inside the 30, down to the 27, a pickup of 6. NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. Motion from the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Vaughn. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Return takes it inside the 30, down to the 28 as the defense has them setting up shop from there.
Man, it's so frustrating as a coach because you go into half and you're like, listen, this is what they've been doing. This is what we're getting. Let's go out and execute. And what do? First drive, you throw an interception, you turn the field position to the other side, create momentum immediately. This is an absolute disaster to start the second half.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys playing with excellent instinct, running down the hill and making a tackle.
Back to pass. Got his man in the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the end route there.
The give out of the gun. He stopped at the 32-yard line, not enough for the first down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. And the Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. Wants to bring it back. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
That's caught. It's Kendricks. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Vaughn. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They're able to put a stop with that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll give it to the back. Runs through the tackle. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense.
There he goes. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Yellow Jackets come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll run it. Fights off it. Just dismissing tackles. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. And the Yellow Jackets are on the move. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Makes the catch. It's Phillips. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He's going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his second catch so far in this game.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Phillips. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
And a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Intercepted. The defense has set him up. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. The defense takes matters into its own hands. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Oklahoma State will need to mount a comeback, but those fans that were there when Justin Blackmon was a two-time All-American, they know this game is not over. It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to Kansas State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got a man, it's Kendricks. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They go back to work in the final period of this one. He'll keep it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Don't let him get into his reading phase. Go get him right now, play sound, and more importantly, tackle him and get him on the ground.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
3:25.
Finds the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Line is set on 3rd down. Quick release by the QB. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like, it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up 3rd down.
NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the 1st down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Handoff from the gun. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Lewis wants to pass. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Fires on the move. Got his man downfield. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
How about the job by this defense? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll move the wide receiver. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's cracked. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They played with great effort. They've gotten halves to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inches, you just have to go execute, and they do it.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Lewis to throw. Steps away to find some room. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. But you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback. And again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. They want to throw it. Grabbed in the backfield. It's cracked. Got enough space. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
That is how it's done. In the clutch, in the big time, your offense comes up with a big drive, puts points on the board. Now you tell your kicker, go knock this PAT through, take the lead. Nice execution by this offense.
And they did need that extra point to take the lead, and now they have it here in the 4th. And now we are set up for quite a finish. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air, using the back as a receiver on the screen. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want them.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances, and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable 4th down if I don't complete this 3rd and long.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's taking a deep shot. Makes the grab. He's got a first down.
execution by this offense late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up. It's what you dream about. But now my defense has to go on the field and get me one more stop.
They'll try to power it in. Just couldn't nudge it across for the two-point conversion. They had hoped to go up by a touchdown, but they're still up by 5 here in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Lewis wants to pass. Makes the grab. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for second down. With the catch, it's Pratt. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
Looking to throw on first down. Complete to the left. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Pratt. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They got the first down. Now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock. That just can't happen.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team...
Intercepted! They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Running through contact. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. You're having to be aggressive. You're now going to have to start taking chances. An errant throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.
A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great. The home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when the team isn't ranked like they weren't today, these are the types of moments they can jump up and bite you.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.